I'm going to call Mr. Clinton and see what's going on.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Clinton.
Yeah?
How are you?
How about?
How is it going at Xity?
Yeah, I'm walking, going back because which one go by? They give up on the road. So I'm walking, going back to where the yellow machine tire sport is up for me.
The tire got damaged again.
Yeah, the same tire again. Then from there again, two cars and I'm coming with the Sony their tire sport again. All the way to Black Factory there. So which one go by? The give up. So if you call me and say, boy, I'm going to buy one time. So I wasn't going to walk by the yellow machine there, small.
So that yellow machine, I talked to KB today to have a new machine carried over there.
Then you get one machine here.
If they're not able to do the job, let us know so we can find someone else. We've tolerated a lot from them. We've assisted them with few deliveries and things like that. Those are all their jobs. We've kind of delayed our timelines. The expected delivery dates has passed. We try to be understanding because, everybody here is trying to make do, but their company has a lot of reputation. There's lots of power behind their company for them to get us a new machine out there. We can't continue to allow them to just continue to try to repair an old machine that is always giving a new problem.
I keep my phone and say the machine will not, the way I saw it will not work. Because they saw the thing first, I got it. Now, I think
yeah, our machine isn't working well. Okay, let me call KB and see what the plan is for that machine. And I'll call you back, and then so we can figure out. For the truck folks, the borehole diggers, like, why would they? I mean, the guy went and inspected the place. He knows the place is sandy, so he carrying a truck there. Why would he carry a tire? Like, why would the tire even puncture in sand?
But I think back to the Black Factory, that's where the tire puncture and most part told me that he can't let the truck there. I'm not going to come down the road, being that down the moment tire or what happened. So nobody there. When the one person they want to for a tire or something.
I don't know, man. Can this do something straight that they say they can do?
They call me, can you imagine?
Oops, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a poll signal and call you back.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. You said they called you?
Yeah, I was saying, my mom called me and told me you can't try to the people who bring the truck. I said, I've been calling the people since I came to Forest, the poor phone I've been off. When I call you, I told you, he said, get the phone change, maybe the phone, maybe the window that way. I was just calling him until when the phone reset him, they told different number to call me with. And I said, who's smart to go for that?
Thank you.
Yeah, then he called me and he can't get the people.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me call KB, talk about the yellow machine. What is the plan that he has about?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Hello?
KB,
How you going?
what's your plan about that machine?
I'm getting the other machine ready to carry tonight. Because the insurance going to be for there again at the time of flat.
Yes, please do that because I'm at the brink now of having a different consideration, really, because every day there is some issue. So please try to solve that problem today.
I'm getting the machine ready.
Okay.
This evening, I want to go down small because I'm tracking it. I want to track the machine to carry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, before I'll call you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Hello?
Yeah, Va?
Yeah?
I just spoke with KB. He said he's trying to get the new yellow machine on the load bed to take it there, and then they will get rid of that old machine from there.
Oh.
So he said he's trying to do it tonight. I told him that he should really try his best because I'm at that point now where we could potentially just go with the Chinese folks. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with giving him another day. Okay, so as for the water people, keep calling. If you need me to call Mohammed directly and ask some questions, I can call directly, but figure out what's going on, what they are planning, what the next plan is. So they came over old tire under the truck, tire puncture. What is the plan that they have?
So let me reach out. I'll reach out. Anything I'll reach out for you.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks. Bye.
Okay. All right.
So that is a typical day here, building Xity. It's crazy. Mind you, the company that is doing the clearing of the site is owned by a big name in this country. And quite frankly, like, I can't be doing the things that I'm doing about Xity. The motive for starting Xity, I can't have that in my mind and then intentionally avoid giving contracts to Liberians, whether big or small. I have been burnt a lot of times because of that by giving business to other Liberian business owners. But here is the thing, right? Like, we cannot build this country by running away and shying away from Liberians. At the same time, we need to make sure that our work doesn't get impeded because of that principle. So I'm always struggling finding the right balance between giving a business to a Liberian contractor or not. So these are some of the things. I don't want to name names, but yeah, that site clearing company is owned by a big Liberian here, very big. So get the right machines on the site. We took an old machine there. One day is the tire, the other day is the fuel filter. Tire has a big hole in it. They even attempted to like inflate the inner tube and leave a big hole in the tire, and my fist can go through and operate the machine. I said, how does that make sense? Like, you just going to like roll maybe about a foot or 3 feet, and then something is going to puncture the inner tube. How can you leave a fist hole size in the tire without at least patching it or replacing the damn tire before you can put that machine into operation? So I told him, you're on your own with that. It's not going to happen. Like, don't even do it, because now you're going to damage the inner tube. Then you're going to get a tire and say, oh, now you have to repair it. It will cause me more delay. Stop the work and get a better tire or patch the tire. And that was done a couple of days ago. And here we are again. Like, first it was the filter. Got the mechanic to go repair the filter. Mechanic went out this morning. They started work at 1 p.m. because of that. After a few hours of work, look, it's what's the time now? It's 4:33 p.m. So that machine broke down probably after 1 hour, 2 hours of work. So now they are telling me finally they are going to get a new machine out there. That's after all of the delays. Every night, then they will fail to deliver their own fuel that they're supposed to be doing. I will improvise and do that. The other thing is the well, the borehole. We are starting the construction work there. We need water supply for all of the construction work. I don't want to rely on the regular shallow well thing. We've attempted to do that twice, in fact, in the past, and the guys digging it just basically botched the job twice. So I'm going to do a borehole. The borehole again, give the contract out to a Liberian guy. He did the borehole here at the XHQ, actually, and that turned out to be fine. So give it back to him, and now it seems like he's faltering under this one. So it's always like that. Like, you make schedules and say, I'm going to come in from this date to this date, I'm going to get this done, and you get stuck in this very wheel of inefficiency that grinds you and wants to chew you up. How do you survive it and build in parallel to this inefficient system something that is efficient, but you have to deal with the existing inefficient system while you build this new system? That is the tricky thing. And today I'm sitting here. That's after a half day of work in the XHQ. I was super hot, took a shower. Now I'm sitting here doing some internet type of work again. I have Clinton out there at Xity. I couldn't be in two places at once. He's there, and those are the things, checking on him and seeing how things are going. Those are some of the conversations you just had. And I like to be transparent, open about these things, right? While protecting some confidential information about other businesses, because my intent is not to ruin opportunities for other businesses unless they are overtly dubious or just plainly terrible in terms of their customer service. Then, of course, I will make sure that other people know about you and don't do business with you. But this is not the case yet. It hasn't gotten to that point. But yeah, and these things people consider it very normal here. I don't, and I refuse to get to a state where I consider these things normal, because then I would lose the drive to make the changes I want to make. So it's going to give me a lot of headache, and I think I'm tolerant enough to endure this headache while working to change these things. When is it going to be better in terms of people living up to their contracts? I don't know, but that's the work that we all have to do, and we do it through building businesses, interacting with other businesses, and helping them see the better way of doing things. And I'm not claiming perfection. There is going to be every now and then places where we will botch some things, right? But I think we are conscious about not doing that, and when we do it, we recognize it. We will communicate with customers, apologize, make up for those things. Here, that is completely lacking. Matter of fact, you can identify the lapses in a customer's behavior towards you, and you highlight it or raise it to them, hoping that they will learn from it and also apologize to you for it. And they will treat you like you're just supposed to take it and move on. You should be fortunate that we are delivering the service for which you paid. That's the thing here. So the other side about this is that you argue and say, no, don't give it to Liberians, give your jobs to non-Liberians. And the truth is that, yeah, you may get some quality for doing that, but it's not entirely true. Let me be explicit about that, because I've given some jobs to non-Liberians, and it's been botched as well. I think people just learn bad behavior and behave badly. And some of these people come here with already terrible behavior. So don't let people's race or complexion or your perception of their race and complexion fool you. They are equally dubious, if not more, corrupt, inefficient, and what should I add to that? Purposefully, sometimes dishonest, to be quite honest. I've experienced that with non-Liberian businesses as well. But yeah, so I think we just need to keep trying to do best. So for those of you who have been wondering what's going on with my for those of you who have been wondering what's going on with my health, I'm doing okay, much better. I told you the story. Oh no, I didn't tell you the story. So many of you reached out to me via Facebook. People who don't know me, I was so humbled by that, expressing concerns about my health after they watched the last video. I'm doing much better, I should say. I mean, it was really touching, to be quite frank. And I want to thank all of you who watched that YouTube video and reached out, found ways to reach me. Just to tell me to go to seek medical help. I thank you for that. That was really touching. I thank you for it. I'm doing well. I did go on Saturday to this hospital called AMI. Let's call it a clinic. It's supposed to be a really good one, highly recommended. It's located opposite the Pan-African Plaza in Cinco around City Hall. Went there on Saturday, did all of my preliminary checks with the nurses, and heart rate was normal, BP normal, everything that nurses do. And the place is really nice, up to date, clean, with AC, really looking nice, and like a proper healthcare facility. Not everywhere in Liberia is like that, but yeah, you get it. That was good. But then when the nurse took me with my chart to the doctor's door to get me into the doctor's office for him to see me, he was walking out. He has a Russian accent, probably from Russia or from one of those former Soviet countries. He has a Russian accent, and I know when I hear it. And he was upset with why the nurse was taking in a patient at the time he was leaving. So we all met at his door, and he refused to take me in. I didn't intervene because, one, I thought maybe there is some type of communication breakdown or failure by the staff and nurses to adhere to their general principles. They don't have their opening or closing time posted anywhere, as far as I could tell when I was walking in, or I didn't get that information if it is posted anywhere online. I don't know. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to interfere. And also maybe there's a history of him telling them, hey, don't take patients after certain hours because that's closing time for me or checkout time for me. And they refused to adhere to that. So he was maybe setting an example with this instance, and that instance happened to be me. So that could be the case. The other thing about that is that I was wondering, like, how does that... And it came to mind when a friend of mine said, but what's the implication? Like, a medical doctor, a friend of mine said, he should have seen you because he's under the Hippocratic oath. So he basically bound by that oath to see you. So I don't know the implications of that, but I'm going to leave out that to say, in short, I did not get to see the doctor. I say I was good, and that Saturday I was doing well. I still had a little bit of belching and gas, and I was still taking everything else, but I did not have hiccups all Saturday, and very little pain with swallowing, minimal pain actually with eating rice, swallowing rice, not water, not liquid, anything like it was happening previously. So spend the day Saturday. Sunday also improvement continued. Nothing strange, nothing out of the ordinary. Still slight, like that gas thing, belching a little bit once in a while. So today all day I've been working again, no issues. So I should have gone to the hospital today, and I'm ashamed to say I didn't go. I get it. Some of you are going to reach out and say, hey, you should have done this. Yes, I get it. I will, I promise. But I didn't. So, yeah. But I feel better, and I'm still taking the syrup. I still have the Pepto-Bismol tablets here. And so this one I bring from the US all the time. I even have one that is PM for my time. Brought that from the US. This I brought from Lucky Pharmacy here, anti-acid syrup. And some other thing. Oh, I got calcium carbonate also from a pharmacy. I think I finished it today. So those are the things that I'm taking around. Eating cucumber, like to expel some gas. It says it's good for that. Things like that. So I'm feeling better. Nothing, no chest pain. Today I ate. Again, I busted that a little bit. I woke up. I've been told to try to eat something in the morning. And then I woke up this morning and I went out there and said, let me do this piece of job quickly. And then by 9 a.m. I'll go and eat breakfast. And I think I finished that job around 2 to 3 p.m. Took shower and then ate. So I just ate my first meal. That's not good. I know. But I'll try. But that's better than normal. So that's an improvement. So I want to thank everyone for your concerns. It's like really, really super thankful. But back to it. We are building something here. Nice Xity. It's going to be really nice if we all can find a way to be part of it. We build really nice homes. We are going to be building really nice homes. Once those guys get the proper machine and finish the clearing of the site, we will get that up and running. Start the homes there, and then we'll start investing into some businesses in like various zones there. We'll come up with some business vehicles, right? Let's say we'll spin up one thing. Say for example, we'll say, hey, let's build a whole construction plaza. Let's take 5 acres in the industrial zone and build construction plaza. Big, huge stores that have different departments, all construction materials. Let's build that. For that will be a separate little company by itself, and we can say, hey, we are looking for, say, 100 people to put X dollars in it because the estimated cost of building that structure is Y dollars, right? So we get those 1,000 people, and we'll come up out here and say, hey, who wants to, join this? Raise your hands. And you raise your hands, we pull that money together, and then we build that. And all of us who will pool money together for that will be perpetual owners. Unless the day comes where you say, you know what, I want to sell my shares in this company because I want to take that money and do something else or invest somewhere else within the Xity business structure. So we will be coming up with some of those kind of things, and those will be the opportunities. We'll give first preference to people who have already purchased their land in Xity and about to build their homes, because people who live in Xity, I want them to own not only their homes there, to be able to own a little piece of Xity, to be co-owners of Xity. As I said in the previous video, we should have a shared ownership of Xity. It will not be good or okay with me to be sole owner of this giant thing. It is not a good idea. That will defeat one of the motivation for starting Xity. And one of that motivation was to generate return on capital for Liberians in Liberia that will continue to stay in Liberia and develop Liberia. So I want that to happen, and for that to happen, I can just be the one Liberian owning everything. So that's the goal. The other thing that I'm doing here at the XHQ, we're building the solar thing. This thing, we are doing solar estimates for people who want, like, from small to massive scale. Small doesn't mean like tiny little rooftop things. I don't have the bandwidth to pay attention to that scale of things. We'll build good solar ports in your yard. If you have a spacious yard and you want to build solar solution for your home or for your businesses somewhere, we are doing that for people. And we are beginning to build one of that microgrid, a big and game-changing solar microgrid right here at the XHQ building in Johnsonville. We are doing the work for it. Those are some of the works that we've been doing here. We're hauling dirt, leveling the ground, doing all of the ground works, and then we'll start raising the poles and things like that. We'll show you some videos. That is going to be super exciting. That is going to be game-changing. Yeah, so those are some of the things that are going on here. We will build solar for people, for institutions, for government, including our own government, if they choose to come to us. We are seeking partnerships to build large-scale solar installations for various uses, for the government, for various agencies, for individual businesses. Solar gives your business a really good advantage in terms of, like, think about it. It is a competitive, advantageous thing to invest in. At the first start, you pay a lot to get your solar up and running. You can easily take few $100 daily, right, and spend on maybe weekly, and spend on electricity from the grid to power your maybe businesses, right? And that may seem like, oh, it's cost effective, but that is irregular power source. That's one. Two, over time it's more costly because that money is still coming out of your business, by the way. But if you sacrifice and do something solar, that thing goes for 20 to 30 years. And I'm saying that wide range because some components like need replacement or some upgrading around 20 years. Some degrade, like the panels, they degrade from 100% efficiency. They are 100% efficiency from the factory to like 85% efficiency after 30 years. Think about that. Add 20 or 30 years to your age now. That's when you might be thinking of replacing some components of a solar installation that you do today. So it means when you pay that money upfront today, you have solar that is running. You have no worry about electricity bill. You have nothing to worry about. You wake up in the morning, fire up the engines of your business, and it's running smoothly, whether it's your AC and things like that. You are going. That gives you the competitive advantage to change the prices of your commodities compared to your next door competitor. And what do you think happens? Who does more business when you change your prices? Because you have a competitive advantage. That is something people haven't understood yet. And I don't just talk about this. I'm going to demonstrate it to Liberians. That is why we are building this microgrid. I talked about it the last time, and we are going to do it. And we are going to continue to build things that we want people to adopt in Liberia. And when they are hesitant and they are skeptical or cynical, we will build it and show and demonstrate that this thing works, and we are not just pushing something on people. And that is the goal of this. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now. I'm trying to see if when the sun goes down a little bit, I can go out there and try to spread some dirt with the machine to achieve some leveling. We had 2 truckloads of dirt coming in the yard. So I think I need to do some of that. But thanks for watching me rant and talk a lot of things that may not or may make sense. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I'll catch you again. Bye-bye.